What's going on YouTube? How's it going? You're here with Tuki. Today's gonna be awesome. So as I mentioned in the last video, I'm kind of new to off-roading, right? So I'm doing my due diligence and trying to get ahead and learn a little bit more about off-roading. So today, we're on our way to Big Bear because we signed up for classes with 411 Trails. I'm not sponsored, not paid by anything of them. I found them online, and I found them at the Off-Roading Expo. They are an education school. They teach you how to off-road. They have from beginner to advanced courses. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited to learn more about my vehicle, more about the trails, more about what lines to pick, and to really get out there and get into a little bit more heavier stuff. You know, stay tuned, enjoy what's coming, and let's hit the trails.
So you're doing a couple things when you drive. You're looking way ahead. What's way up there? You're looking immediate, and then you're looking at where am I at? So I want to kind of get the brain started in learning to look at lines and memorize them. Because there's going to be a lot of times when you guys are driving and you can't see the road you're on. But you've seen it, you just have to kind of memorize it a little bit. So staying back about 2 Jeep lengths probably gives you 2 things. One, you can see what is the lead Jeep doing in front of you. If you like it, take that line. If you didn't like because they're rocking or they got stuck or whatever, maybe you pick a different line. But if you're so close to that Jeep that you can't see the line, then you have to take the line the person did in front of you, right? Most people are already going to start to turn.
Yeah.
But if you start to turn here, the rears are going to be over here. You're never going to make to truly traverse that V-notch.
Gotcha.
So I would love for you to try to see in your brain how far that width needed to come to be able to line those tires up and have them ride this ridge.
Okay.
Just for practice. So now stop. So notice where the rears are in compared to the front. You see the visual here?
Yeah.
So had he stayed a little bit further and then turned, they would have been a little tighter, but he can still correct this. But his tire's here, but that rear is not going to track in that same line. Do you see how that's going to go?
Yeah, it's going to go inside the V.
Correct. Yeah. Bring him up. And then I have him turn. Now watch how it pulls those rears right in. Now he can actually straddle and make that line nice and tight. Do you see how that works? Yeah. So little tiny movement. I just had to move a tiny bit, made that work. Okay?
I would go into manual because if you leave it there, it's going to shift. So it should start off in second. Yep.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
Leave it in 2?
Yeah, just leave it in 2.
Okay.
Get a feel for it and see how that, you'll get a feel for your throttle response.
bring him down and I'm going to show you the tire movement.
It's a lot of geometry.
It's not much when you start looking at it as simple lines.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have, now lining up is key.
Okay.
If you're too far to the right or too far to the left, I got to bring him in. So I'm going to move his tires just a hair there, and now I'm going to move them just back. So what I did is he was coming in just a hair over here,
Yeah.
but by doing this for a half a moment and back, I put the rears in line.
Ah.
We're
okay.
looking at rears. Even though I can't see them, I know they're lined up straight. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's not about the front tires. It's about how those rears are going to track. So let's bring them down. Now, the rocks are going to want to make your tires move. See how that just moved a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, my job, remember our thought, was to make sure that that driver tire is actually up here.
Yeah.
If he starts to get off even a little bit, I've got to move him back. So that little tiny movement is for that reason.
Gotcha.
So let's go ahead and show you. I'm going to bring him a tear. Look at that, tiny little tear. Now I'm going to move him back because he was too far. I just wanted to show you how tiny that movement is. Okay? Now, we need to be out of the way. I don't want him down any further because at any point that could be lost. Him come over to here. I'm going to bring him down this way. So now again, I've got to get those tires all the way lined up. So I'm going to bring him further than I need him, and then I'm going to bring him back. There you go. So that the rear tires track. And I'm going to tell him easy, and I make sure to always have an out, right? Because I don't want to be
just in
stuck
case, yeah.
in case he goes down. Straighten those tires out. There we go. Okay, he's going to drop all the way down.
Yeah.
Keeping his tires straight. A little bit of a dip there. He's going to miss that tire. And he's going to move himself a little bit that way toward the driver just to take this at a more straighter angle.
Oh, it's going to go that way.
Correct.
Okay.
And also more level. So if he went high, that's going to drop that front tire.
Yeah.
Right? Try to get him on your line where you exactly wanted him.
Uh-huh.
So he's still coming in straight, and then I'm going to turn him because I'm looking at those rears. Okay, so this is your line. Ooh, that was fun. Probably going to slide a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. See that slide?
Yeah.
That's going to feel interesting. But that is really the best line to get down that hill. So in this instance, you got to see him ahead of time. So when you're doing runs with other people, get out and watch them, what they're doing. Go. Driver, there you go.
So here we are at the end of the video, and I wanted to give my takes on the class. I have no complaints about the class whatsoever. It's just the amount of knowledge that they have to offer. Don and Bill and Wendy, they're incredible. And they don't just start trying to tell you go buy this or go buy that. They work with what you have already, and then they give their recommendations based on what you already have. And one of the first things they ask you is, what are your goals? And the reason why they want to know that is because they want to make sure that they give you the most optimal information and education according to what your goals are. That way the education stays relevant to whatever it is you want to do. And that was just, again, I have no complaints about their class because it was on point. And the cool thing is that they offer several different courses. They offer beginners courses for off-roading. They offer beginners rock crawlers. They have recovery, and they also have the advanced courses of the rock crawler and the beginner to off-roading, which was really awesome. And my only regret to all this was that a family matter came up in the middle of the class, so I kind of had to leave a little bit early, so I wasn't able to get the full extent of the course. But that's really my only regret, because I am definitely going to be going back to take the rest of those courses because they just have so much knowledge to offer. I mean, it didn't feel like I was out there with, taking a class or anything. It felt like I was out there with friends, because that's the type of personality they brought out with them, and they were just awesome down-to-earth people. The best part is they keep it very small. They keep it up to 3 vehicles per instructor, which is really cool because you get a lot of one-on-one. It's very personal, and they don't continue the class until they feel you've grasped what they're teaching you. So if you don't understand something and you want them to really explain it to you, they will take the time to teach you what you need to learn. So they're not going to be like, oh, well, look at the time, we got to keep going. No, they're nothing like that. Another really cool thing is that Wendy has her own podcast dedicated to newcomers for off-roading, and that's pretty awesome. I'm going to leave the link for the 411 class and her podcast in the description below. If you've already taken this class yourself before, leave a comment in the comment section and let me know if your experience was as awesome as mine or what kind of experience you guys had. So let me know what you guys thought. If you like what you saw, if you enjoyed the content, do me a big favor, hit the like button, subscribe. Until next time, trailing with Tukey.